Men's Basketball Weekly Update. He is the head coach of the Yellow and Blue, Eric Henderson. Always good to catch up with the man they call Hendo as the Jackrabbits a long road trip, but 2 W's along the way. Just tell me what your thoughts were getting that in the rearview mirror and coming out of it with a pair of victories.
Yeah, it was a big week for us, Tyler. As you guys know, it was we haven't had a bunch of success on the road up to date. You know, we win our first game and then hadn't won on the road since. But we were getting closer. And I knew it was just a matter of time, and our team sticks together and they play super unselfish and really share the basketball. So you knew it was going to happen, you just didn't know when. And to be able to get it this weekend and to get a couple of them this weekend certainly felt good. I was proud of our guys. Obviously didn't get off to a great start against Denver, but we were resilient and we hung in there and we stayed together and we were able to bounce back in the second half. And then at Fort Wayne, we got off to that great start and were able to hang on. So those middle halves were pretty good for us. You know, we weren't great in the first and the last, but we did hang in there those middle two.
I was just going to say games that played out 2 very different ways on the road, but to go on the road, regardless of the atmosphere, when you're playing at their gyms, to find a way to deal with adversity, you got to be tough-minded, and it certainly appeared the squad was this week.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and especially with the young team, playing with a bunch of guys that don't have a ton of experience, but they do compete pretty hard, and they do play pretty hard, and so you know, when you do that, it always gives you a chance, and when you play through adversity and you're really proud of your guys when it's not perfect, but you're able to come away with the outcome that you want. And so just really proud of our guys' effort with dealing with adversity, and the stick-withedness was pretty special for our group.
Creating new words for our dictionaries here. I love it. 6 different individuals in double figures in one game or the other or both. Wilson sets a career high at Denver. Wingett a career high in the victory on Saturday at Purdue Fort Wayne. Again, a lot of guys involved in the offense. Going back to what you've said so many times, this is not a one-man boat.
Yeah, we talked about that from the very beginning, Tyler. I knew we'd have a certain amount of guys that were capable of that on any given night. You didn't know which one it was going to be, and this, you know, we've been so lucky and fortunate to have guys like Mike Dahm and Nate Walters, where they can go give you 25 per night. And I never knew if we'd have that, but I knew we would have certain different guys capable of that on different given nights, and that was evident this weekend. You know, we had 5 guys in double figures in Denver, and you know, Doug has 31, and then he has 2 in the first half at Fort Wayne. But David picks up the slack, and that's something unique and special about this group is you don't have to rely on one guy every single night. We have different guys capable of stepping up each night.
And you say pick up the slack, but really that's a bit of a misnomer, because it's not as if Wilson was struggling or Wingett was struggling in Denver. It's really how do teams guard you, and then you're adjusting from there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, Denver takes a philosophy that they don't want to let us shoot any threes, which I understand. We've been shooting it at a pretty high level, and then Doug goes off for 31, where, you know, Fort Wayne, you know, they wanted to double and get it out of the hands of our post players, and then David has 24. You know, so we're very fortunate that we share the basketball the way we do, and we don't have a bunch of egos that, hey, they want to do it every single night no matter how the other team's guarding you. We're very unselfish, and that's really been a benefit for our team.
You brought up the likes of Walters and Dahm. Maybe the most explosive individual scorer in this league is a guy you'll see when North Dakota comes to town on Wednesday night, and that's Marlon Stewart.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Marlon, and he's playing as good as anybody in the league, and he does a lot for their team. You know, he's not only scoring the basketball at a high level, but you look at, you know, maybe a little deeper, he's averaging, you know, over 6 assists a game, and, you know, as many rebounds as he has assists. So he's affecting the game in multiple ways, and he's a really extremely patient player, and can really take advantage of how you're guarding him, you know. So you have to be careful, and you can't just guard him one single way, because if he gets in a rhythm, he's really special, and he's playing as good as anybody in the league, and we'll have our hands full.
Coach Sather took over up there after a great stint at Northern State. South Dakota basketball fans certainly remember NSU's runs. Zach Horseman's up there as an assistant, a former Jackrabbit. This UND team, compared to the last couple of years under Brian Jones, how is it different?
Well, I think they moved the basketball a little bit more side to side. I think they spread it out a little bit more. Obviously, Marlon does a lot for him, but they got 4 guys in double figures, so they have multiple guys that are capable, and Marlon certainly is the engine of the train, but they have a very nice group around him as well. I think, just the ball movement, you can see they don't set quite as many ball screens. They still set a lot, but just the ball movement is different. And yeah, it'll be fun to play against Coach Sather. He was a GA at Wayne State when I played there, so to be able to coach against him, it'll be pretty fun.
All right, that's the story on North Dakota. And then on Sunday, the South Dakota Showdown Series presented by South Dakota Corn against USD. And this a Coyote team with the likes of Hagedorn and Amude and Simpson. If you're going to start with 3 guys, that's a pretty good trio to start with.
Oh, they're as talented as anybody in the league, Tyler, as you're well aware. And they're a very explosive offensive team that can get a bunch in a hurry. So you have to be careful of runs, and you have to be solid defensively because they can attack in different ways. And, as you've seen South Dakota's year play out, they've started off really, really hot and playing some very, very good basketball. And then Tristan Simpson goes down with an injury, and he's a big part of that team that you can't forget because when he's playing well and when he's healthy, they're as good as anybody in the league, and I have a lot of respect for Tristan as well, and he can affect the game in so many ways, and he gets that ball moving for him. He gets them playing together really, really well, and as he gets healthier and healthier, they're going to start playing better and better like you saw the other night as they had a big win at home.
Last point, with UND coming here Wednesday, it's aware that at least as of now, the Jacks are at the top of the standings. USD knows all about the history and that rivalry. You say it so often, but it's going to be hammered home again this week that you're going to get the best shot from both the teams you play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, and that's why that makes this place special. You're going to get everybody's shot. The tradition here, obviously, way before I even got here, is so special, and that's what makes it exciting to coach. That's why a lot of these guys come to play here because they want everybody's best shot. And whether it's UND here on Wednesday or Sunday at South Dakota, they're going to be 2 great basketball games.